Welcome back, everyone, and I'm here again with SBR contributor Jeff Grant, and today we're going to be talking about that college football game between the Arizona Wildcats and the Utah Utes. How you doing this morning, Jeff?
Doing great, Dax. The Pac-12 Conference has some premier matchups. We already talked about the crosstown rivalry in Los Angeles, and now we're going to turn our attention to two ranked teams facing off in Salt Lake City.
All right, man, the Wildcats, they've actually been winning games going 8-2 straight up, but haven't been so successful on the betting side of it as they've gone 3-7 against the spread. Now, with that in mind, man, what does Arizona actually have to do to continue with their winning ways and maybe even improve that against the spread record this Saturday?
You know what? Arizona's got to be physical in this game because the weather forecast is suggesting 100% rain on Saturday during the day and then 70% rain or snow at night. This game is a mid-afternoon, early evening contest, so that's very important when handicapping this game because the first thing that Rich Rodriguez mentioned this week is his team is not a very big team, and of course, Utah, one of the more physical teams in the Pac-12 Conference, so that's what it comes down to. Will Arizona do enough physically to match up with Utah?
All right, but it's kind of been tough for the Utes lately. I mean, they've played 3 overtime games during Pac-12 play, but they've been outgained in the last 8 contests. Now, Jeff, do you think that the Utes can actually muster up enough energy to maybe try and get that win in their final home game of 2014?
That's the question you have to ask if you're willing to lay the points, but the number has moved from 3 to 4 in the market, but I think a lot of that has to do with the matchup and the weather forecast because the Utes are seen as a team that can physically run the football more than Arizona, but how much energy will this team have? Those 3 overtime games came directly after their bye week. So this team really is probably running out of gas, but it proved tough enough going on the road and beating Stanford, a team that was off the bye last week. That was my top play of the week. I was really upset, but Utah really played a solid football game, got a key turnover that evened the game at 7-7, and the one player that could prove crucial in this contest is Utah's punter because he pinned back Stanford numerous times in Palo Alto last Saturday.
All righty, man. So you mentioned it was a 4-point spread in this case. I mean, that's a little too close in my opinion. What do you think it would be a better play in this case?
Well, the spread is just a number, and your job as a handicapper is to find out if you have an advantage against that number. A lot of times you want to create your own betting line and prove yourself against the odds makers. This is a very difficult game because of that weather forecast and the fact that Utah has not been a very good favorite of this price now that it's moved into that range, Dax. The Utes are 6-21 as favorites of 3.5 to 10 points under 10-year head coach Kyle Whittingham. So that has me looking at Arizona's side, and for good reason. The offensive line has 154 combined starts. They also lead the Pac-12 in fewest tackles for loss allowed per game. Why is that significant? Because Utah has one of the best defensive fronts in all of football, leading the nation in sacks, second in tackles for loss. And I think the more important thing matchup-wise is Rich Rodriguez has won both matchups against Whittingham since landing in Tucson, gaining 949 combined yards. So you put that all together, could be a close contest, and I'm grab the points with Arizona against Utah.
All right, good stuff, Jeff. As always, my man, thanks for the valuable insights, and we'll talk some more football again tomorrow.
Thank you.
No problem. For SBR Picks, this is Dax Floyd.
The SBR Network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns, big money free betting contests year-round, a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.